Unprecedented, dangerous weather is about to hit the Southwest, and I'm a little worried about my Nomad friendly. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going on and what you can do to protect yourself from this really dangerous storm that's about to come up through the Southwest and hit a lot of the Western United States. You're going to need to take some precautions. As I said last year, I think when I did a video, when I was chased out by wildfires, the weather is just getting crazier, and that can mean catastrophic events for those of us who live a mobile life in vans and RVs. So a quick video today just to give you a couple tips to stay safe. We've got our own wind event happening here in the Northeast, so I have to shoot this inside. It's pretty windy outside. So I've been watching the hurricane that's coming up through Baja, California, and holy cow, I have never, ever in my lifetime ever heard of a hurricane on the West Coast. I think Ryan Hall, if you don't know who he is, he's a used to be a storm chaser. He does great weather videos. He was saying that this hasn't happened, I think, since the 20s or something. I don't remember. I'm going to put a link to his video below because he's the weather expert, so I want you to watch that video so that you know what to expect in the area that you're in. But basically what I'm seeing is that a tropical storm is going to be hitting the LA area, unheard of. I don't know that this has ever happened. And the biggest threat is going to be the amount of rain it's going to dump in LA and all the way up through California, Nevada, maybe even Utah, and all the way up. So if you're in any of these areas, if you're in southwestern Arizona, if you're in Southern California, if you're in Nevada, I want you to please watch Ryan Hall's video so that you know what to expect. And here is what you need to do. Water is going to be a huge issue, major flash flooding. He's saying like unprecedented, never before seen flash flooding in these areas. You need to stay away from water. You need to make sure you're camped somewhere where you're not going to get swept away by a nearby river that's going to overflow, or even a stream or a creek. Or if you are in the desert, you need to make sure you're not in a wash. Go high. Go high. Even though the winds, he said, are probably going to be a little worse, 40 miles an hour, I think he said, up to 40 miles an hour in higher elevations. So if that's the case, if you're in the forest, you need to make sure you're in a clearing. I wouldn't recommend parking under any trees. Winds like this time of year, who knows what can happen. I want you guys to be safe out there. So stay away from water. Even little streams can turn into massive flash flooding events that can cause harm to you. If you are boondocking out in the middle of nowhere, make sure you're in a clearing so that you're not going to have a tree fall on you in these heavy winds. Make sure your way out of that road is going to be clear. You know, if there's a landslide, if there is a huge deluge of rain and part of the road gets wiped out, or the mountain above it falls on the road, you're going to need to make sure you're going to be able to get out in a situation like that. When I have been facing dangerous situations, tornadoes or whatever, you might be better off in a campground. I mean, you might have issues with winds and rains and maybe even trees falling, but I get a little worried about being out in the middle of nowhere and losing your way out on a road. So if you are going to be out there and you plan on kind of hunkering down, just make sure you have enough supplies to last you a couple weeks if the road gets washed out. Okay, so think about, if you're watching me right now and you're boondocking in one of these areas, northern Nevada, even Utah, maybe even southern Oregon, and you're way out in the forest, I want you to think long and hard, or maybe even go drive the road you came in on. If there is a mudslide, are you going to be able to get out? Mudslides can come from above. The road that you're on can wash out below. So make sure you pay attention to that. Know where the nearest lake, the nearest river, the nearest stream is, the nearest wash, to make sure you're not in danger of getting washed away in a mudslide or flash flooding. Okay, I'm going to put a link to Ryan Hall's video below. He's one of the best. When I am worried that weather is coming my way, he's my go-to source. So I want you to watch that video. Make sure you stay safe, stay away from water, stay away from trees so that you don't get a big tree falling on you. Know who your emergency contacts are going to be for the area that you're in. In fact, what I'm going to do is put a link to the video I did last year about what to do and how to stay safe in emergency situations. I covered everything that you're going to need to know to stay safe. So those are my tips. Just follow the weather, get alerts on your phone, watch my video so that you know where the nearest emergency services are and things like that, and watch Ryan Hall's video and maybe subscribe to his channel so that you can get the most up-to-date, accurate information about the weather that's coming your way. Those are my tips for you today. I want all my friendlies to stay safe, stay out of danger, and so just please be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of the weather that's coming your way. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel below. And even if you think you're subscribed, if you've been around a while, please double check for me, because YouTube unsubscribes people all the time. And I'm on a major growth spurt. I'm almost at 150,000 subscribers. Finally, my channel slowed way down for a couple of years. So do me a favor, help me hit 150 pretty soon. It's pretty exciting to see my channel growing again. And if you like this video, give a thumbs up, leave a comment below about what you're doing to stay safe. If you're in one of these areas that might be hit by this tropical storm, maybe leave some of your tips below in case I missed anything. All right, be safe out there. Thank you all so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, be safe, be kind.